Hey guys, Doug the Michigan Piper here in the Pipe Rest, and been a minute, I know. Summertime, so videos are fewer and farther between. Today I am drinking some mint, or sorry, not mint medley. This is honey chai turmeric tea, and I am smoking my Peterson Spigot X220, one I picked up in Ireland. Like this pipe a lot, and in it, it's probably gone out because of getting ready for the video. Yep, classic burley cake, which I'm in a test period with right now. I only say that because I can't put my finger on it. This has got some characteristics I really like. Also has some characteristics that I'm not so fond of, and it's hard for me to pinpoint those. I don't know if the lighting's bad or not in the video. It's bad in here. I've got one of my lights is going out, and I've got a couple replacement lights here I'm going to replace them with. But until then, lighting might be a little off, or halfway through the video it might just pop on. So we'll see how that goes. But fresh back from Vegas. And for those of you who don't know, I went to Vegas because one of the many irons I have in the fire is that I'm a part-time death investigator. And so they had a conference for the International Association of Medical Examiners, Coroners and Medical Examiners in Vegas this past week. And it's a great opportunity to get some credits that I need. So I went to it, and it's a typical conference, you know, where you get people that go there for the conference, you get other people that go there for the fun time, you get some people that go there to forget their personal life. And I'm not, you know, you guys, I'm not a prude, but I am just not the man I used to be, where, you know, let's go out of town. Oh, there's that light. I'm not the man I used to be, where it's, you know, let's go out of town and party hard, no holds barred. Matter of fact, it's kind of funny, when I was there, there's one band. So we stayed, I should back up a little bit. We stayed in the Golden Nugget, which is the older part, Old Town, I think they call it, of Vegas, which Old Town is not a good, good thing. It's on a street called Fremont Street. And about the only good thing about Fremont Street to me was you had live bands most of the time at night. And the street was covered with this archway, basically, for like 4 or 5 blocks, I think it was. And the whole archway is nothing but LEDs, and there's different things going across this ceiling. You're outside, but it's a ceiling. Very cool show display. However, it's kind of a no holds barred area, and you've got these circles on the street. And the way Nevada, from what I understand, or what I was told while I was out there, the way Nevada got around the pandering was, they basically said it's illegal to pander unless you're in one of these circles. And these circles are probably 4 feet across, 4 or 5 feet across, and they're numbered. And if you want to pander, you go stand in one of these circles. And, you know, there's a guy there playing the drums on a, you know, you see the guys in the streets with all the 5-gallon buckets, and they're, you know, playing drums on them, making all different noises. It's kind of cool. But then you got, you know, 2 dudes shirtless there taking pictures with people, and women with fishnet stocking and thongs, and, you know, boobs hanging out, just the nipples covered, and yeah, come take a picture with me for $100. crackheads walking around, and then right next to them you have a family of 4 with little kids, which parents of the year right there. But I think when I finally was like, you know, enough's enough is when I walked down, and in one of those circles was a lady in a nun outfit with her boobs hanging out, for people to take pictures with her. Now, not to be too depressing, there are very good parts of Vegas. There are some nice shows. It's expensive, but I pretty much stayed right there in the hotel casino there, just because, you know, every time you go out, it's $40 one way and $40 the other way, or $30. And then whatever the entertainment is for that night. I know some people went out one night and it was $100 for the show they were going to. My wife's like, just go have fun, dude. You know, if you want to see a show, see a show. It's like, well, I kind of do, but I didn't feel right going and living it up without her there, you know. And she's like, it's like a mini vacation. Enjoy it. I'm like, but it's not. I'm here for a conference. So, and the people I was with, you know, they all, hey, let's get drunk and let's go party in the street. And, you know, I think with the exception of one person, I was 20 years older than everybody I was there with. Which I've always made it my goal not to be that old man, you know, not to be the guy that drags everybody down. But there's a difference between being an old man and having morals. So I used to be that 30-something, 20-something that lived a different way, but I'm not anymore. So anyway, that was the good and the bad of it. I was there for about a week, and the cool part was when I got back, our church is sponsoring a 5K run walk. And the neat part about it is that we're in a very small town of about 10,000. And the local high school just built a couple years ago a stadium, which the school has a good amount of money, so it's a nice stadium. It's got the AstroTurf and all that. And the school allowed our church to be able to use it as the end of the 5K. And so we decided, actually it was my idea, and I was regretting it at one point, to do the 5K, even though I can't run a complete 5K, but to do it in fire gear. So we did. And I'm glad I did. It took us about an hour because we had a 6-year-old with us, and we were walking at his pace. And God bless him, that kid walked the entire time. He had his own little air pack, own little fire gears. He's one of my officers' kids. And of course, halfway through, he's shedding all this gear, and Dad's got to carry it. But we walked at his pace and laughed and enjoyed the day. It was beautiful weather. It was like 75 degrees and a little breeze. I mean, didn't start sweating until it was halfway over or better. But it was fun. They had a family day after that, and really enjoyed the time that we had yesterday. It was a little rough ride because my flight from Vegas was supposed to get back at 10 o'clock on Friday night, and it got back at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'm not going to bore you with all the details. Suffice to say, all of my flights were screwed up, going there and coming back. And so yeah, I got back at 2 in the morning, and then had to get up the next day to go set up for the 5K. And then the next morning I had to get up at 5, quarter after 5, to go to the 5K. So, needless to say, I'm still recovering. I will tell you guys, we started doing a little bit more walking this year, partially because the dogs needed it, and and secondly because we needed it, and that really helped. I don't remember if I talked about it on here before or not, but I can't say enough for just getting out, or just doing something. Now, I started working out, and working out, I use that term lightly. I'm 52. I started exercising in the morning in January, 3 times a week, not every day of the week. I just got up 15 minutes earlier, and I started off doing like 8 push-ups, 40, 30, or 30 jumping jacks, and some crunches. And I did 3 sets of those. And then I added squats later on. So 4 exercises, 3 sets of those 4 exercises. And I just, if I felt like, hey, I'm not really working hard anymore, I'd add a couple more push-ups or whatever. And that started in January. I'm still not going gangbusters. And matter of fact, the last month or 2, I have strictly been doing the walking, more speed walking, but I'd walk a mile in the morning, a mile in the evening. I can't tell you the difference I've noticed, just in how I feel, how I bounce back. It's weird to touch. I don't touch myself, but you know what I'm saying. To be able to, like, if I go to scratch my chest or something, there's actually something there that I'm not used to. It's like, wow, I got muscle I didn't realize I had lost. And I'm not, going to be building or joining any bodybuilding competitions anytime soon, but just a minimal amount. It took 6 months for me to start noticing some differences, but just that consistent, walking or exercising or whatever, made a huge difference. So, and of course, I'm sure that's really helped me in that 5K. So, but yeah, we had the bunker gear on, the air packs on, and then about the last quarter mile, half mile, we put our air masks on and breathed air for that last part, and came running to the stadium. Of course, you come running to the stadium and you go onto this big archway. You come out of a tunnel and then there's a big inflatable archway, start finish line, and people are cheering for you, so that just gets the blood flowing too. It was a very, very cool experience. So I think we're going to plan on doing it again next year, but I'm gonna need to do a little bit more preparation because I was pretty wiped. I still am, but it was a good time. So guys, I'm droning on here, so I'm gonna let you go, but hope you guys have been well. I hope you guys are doing well, and until next time, you take care.